Do you have a big Pokemon tournament ahead of you? Do you want to attend a regional, international or a national tournament? You came to the right place. In this video we are gonna tackle the issue of what to bring along at one of those big events and also what not to forget. So stick around for more information. Warning! Almost a time for a big tournament. Some of you folks don't even know what to bring. Lucky for you, I'm here just to spend my time with you. Don't forget anything. Playing tickets, no limits, new sleeves. Yeah, we get it. Picking a deck is just harder than learning physics. Yes, it's true. Here, please take a biscuit, cause not bringing food is crazy. Don't risk it. Don't even try. Using a coin is worse than a die. Jack counters everywhere are looking flat. Create them yourself and you might just catch my eye. Yeah, Buzzwalls or Kamal Lamar. The choice is tearing me apart. I wanna do my best and go really far. Using B-strings and smack them real hard. Getting a trophy is optional. First I gotta face obstacles. Playing like a pro, phenomenal. I'm going to day 2, unstoppable. Listen up and write it down. All the stuff you'll need to leave your town. Also before you leave the ground, make sure you got everything safe and sound. Yes! Episode 173. Tips and tricks to bring along at your big Pokemon tournament. Okay, the first 4 things on the list are kind of self-explanatory, but I'm gonna give them right away because these are things you definitely need. And the first thing on the list is a tournament ticket. This is definitely self-explanatory. You need a tournament ticket to enter one of those big events. You also get a sweet playmat and a deck box and a league promo and all the good goodie bag stuff like that. But you need the ticket, and the ticket costs usually about 40 bucks. Could be lower, could be more. This is the average I'm gonna take here. And if you want to find where you can just buy that ticket, just put in your Pokemon TCG, then the city on Google, and then just put the date and then tournament, and then just enter, boom, and you'll definitely find it. Also on the Pokemon website, Event Picker, or I think it's Event Finder, you can find those regionals, and there's gonna be a link in those events where you can just go to the organizer's website where you can just purchase the ticket. Very self-explanatory here, but if you want more information about tournament tickets, you can also ask advice on social media groups like Burbank City, Reddit, etc. There's a lot of people that will help you out, and as soon as the ticket sale has been going up, you definitely want to purchase them right away, the tickets, the ones you need. Otherwise they will be sold out, because that happens from time to time. As a little example, I'm going to the Sheffield Regionals coming soon, and that is already sold out, and it's still 3 weeks time, or actually 2 weeks and a half time until that tournament is up, so that is crazy. Also, if you go to the website to just purchase a ticket, be sure to select the right category here. You have TCG and VGC. I should not explain to you what you want to pick because you already know. And we have 3 divisions. We have the Master Division, of course, that's 16 and above. If your age is 16 and above, pick that. If your age is between 12 and 15, go for the Senior Division. And if it's younger than that, 11 and under, definitely pick the Junior Division. Sometimes there will still be junior tickets that go for sale, and the Masters have been sold out. That is the case because not a lot of juniors are competing at big tournaments like that. So if you're a parent and you have a child that is very good at the game, definitely include them in this big event. They're gonna have a blast, I promise you that. The second step, here we go, this is optional, but I'm gonna include it anyhow. You want to take a day off work or school. Of work is kind of easy. Go to your boss and say, I'm gonna take a day off going to a big Pokemon tournament event. And you don't even have to say where you're going, but you can definitely get a day off work. That is easy as pie. For school, you have to just talk to your teacher and talk to your parents at the same time, and they have to agree on something, and maybe you can get a day off because you will need that day to travel, because traveling is crazy for big tournaments because they're not around the corner, and if they're around the corner you can go by bike, by foot, or even by taking a little bus here. But if that's step number 3 is that the transportation. If you're miles and miles apart or away from the tournament, you will need a vehicle, and the vehicle I can recommend, of course, is a car. Carpooling is awesome. If you have a friend that's also competing, or if you know someone in the neighborhood that's also going to the same tournament, bring them along in the car, and you can split the gasoline price of your car, and it'll be very good and a cheap way to get there. I know sometimes people drive for like 12 hours, which is kind of crazy because with that you'll lose a lot of time. There's also the option to take a plane, and for some people this will be a must. If you are living overseas and you need to cross the sea, that means you need to take a plane. And maybe if you're in Europe, you can also take a pick a train that goes under the water, could be the case, aka Eurostar, but most of the times you will need to rely on a plane if you're overseas to go to the tournament. It's also the quickest way, and you can also rest up if you're in the plane just chillaxing with friends. It's also nice to take a plane because it doesn't take that much time, and you can also play test a little bit in the plane because they come with those tables that clap open, which is awesome. If you're more a fan of trains, some people like trains, you know, if you know that reference of the ASDFF movies or whatever, yeah, somebody likes trains. And if you like trains, you can also go by train. Traveling by train is also pretty quick, and you don't have to rely on gasoline, just your train ticket and off you go. Let me see if I forgot something on the first three things. No, the first two things is of course get your tournament ticket, get your day off, and also get your transportations fixed out. Next up, we are going to talk about the fourth step in the road here, and that is getting your accommodation, aka your place to stay. If you are familiar with booking.com, that is a great way to get yourself an B&B or of course a hotel in the area, and you can just rank by or filter by price and stuff, and definitely make sure that you are very near to the tournament, that you don't have to walk a lot of miles or take an extra bus or a train to go to the tournament, because you want to be very close to the tournament so you don't stress out in the early morning where you have to register and like, oh no, I'm not gonna make it. Don't be that guy or girl. Okay, also on the list, now that I figured things out, you need an accommodation. The hotels are nice because they of course come with breakfast and clean sheets every night. That is always a great thing, and also if you have a good night rest, you will demolish opponents all day long. So booking.com is definitely the place to go if you want to book a tournament. Also, actually not to book a tournament, book a place to stay, because it's very nice. If you want to go with budget, because hotels tend to be kind of crazy expensive, you can also go for Airbnb. This is a fantastic website that lets you just pick one of those houses or apartments, or maybe even, yeah, I think little houses that you can just book that is from somebody else from the city. So they are renting it to you that specific date, and they will also be your host. So sometimes you can just come across your Airbnb dude and they're gonna say, oh, this is great in the city, you have to do this and that. So Airbnb.com is also a nice and friendly option to just go on budget and select your place to stay. And it also has a need to know more about the city as a bonus, because it comes with a host. Although in hotels you can also ask for advice in the reception, could also be the case. So now that we have our place to stay, we booked that, we got our tournament ticket, we also got our plane ticket or a train ticket or our transportation figured out. Now is it time to just think about the little extras. Be sure you get your phone and your phone charger, because if they are not charged, you cannot rely on the GPS, which on smartphones you want to use the GPS constantly to just know where you're heading to the tournament, to your place to stay, to the airport, etc. Now comes the hardest part. Which deck will you play? That is kind of an option that you will have to learn on yourself, because not every deck plays the same way. You have to find something you find yourself most comfortable of playing. In my opinion, Zoroark is very consistent because you can use the ability trade, but if you want something, a powerhouse with Malamar and Ultra Necrozma, at the time of filming, those were very good. So just picking your deck is a hard choice, because you playtest all season long, and if you are you want to do well at your big tournament, so picking the deck is very good. I always suggest or recommend picking the deck that you know best, so you don't ever make misplays, or just avoid making misplays, because you already playtested with that deck most of the time. So pick the deck you are most comfortable with, because that deck, as mentioned, will give you a better option to just demolish the tournament. Also, at the time of filming, Buzzwole GX is kind of huge with Beast Ring and all that shenanigans. Is very, very good, so definitely include a tech card. In my opinion, if you're playing Zoroark, put in Mew EX. This is just an example. If you're watching this in the future, you'll be like, who the hell is Mew EX? Yeah, just saying, because you want to be able to beat the most popular deck. That is just something, that is a smart choice. Definitely put in a tech card, or maybe play a deck that's very good against the meta. For example, right now Ultra Necrozma is hot. Maybe you're playing Gardevoir to counter that. It could be the case, or maybe a Xerneas deck. It all depends on your your personal preference. Also, I suggest printing off your deck list. You can use the TCG online program and then export the deck list to your dashboard where you can just put it on the Word document and print it off. Also, there's an option, I think going to PokeGem. This is also a very nice website. I do recommend pokegem.net/decklist. There you can also select your decklist, select your tournament, and create your decklist right there, easy as pie, and just you can print it off, which is totally awesome. It will save you a lot of time before the event. I know they give in the sheets where you can fill in your deck list by hand, but writing all that down could be kind of a hassle here, so I do recommend printing your deck list down, unless you're one of those guys that goes to a tournament. Now I'm gonna play something else that I haven't tested already and just go in blind. Could be the case. Yeah, that is definitely a great thing. pokegem.net/decklist. Also, if you want to know what the best decks in the format are right now, that's something is very important. You want to scout and know what's being played in order to do well at a tournament. I definitely recommend checking out my top 15 best Pokemon decks in the current format right now. Breakthrough all the way to Forbidden Light at the time of filming. So definitely check that video out. It should be in the description below. You will see all the popular decks right there. And you can also select one of them, and definitely you'll do great at the big tournaments. And what else should I mention right now? Next up is the backpack. Yo, you got your deck with you, so let's say we're picking Zoroark. Okay, you got your deck with you, you got your transportation fixed out, you got your place to stay, you got your tournament ticket, and you got a day off work, which is awesome to travel to. It is the night before the tournament, so what will you need? You have, of course, your deck that you will be playing with, so be sure you are running 60 sleeves. They have to be sleeves, and every sleeve has to be the exact same thing. There cannot be a marker on the sleeve, otherwise judges will come to you and you might get disqualified. Let's say a Tapu Lele, for example. A Tapu Lele has a little bend on the back of the sleeve, and you will know, oh, there's my Tapu Lele, and then they will definitely know that you are cheating. And cheating is definitely not okay, because it's a game made for fun, and cheating, it'll be just, don't do that. Don't ever do that. I've seen people dragged along with judges that they had to leave the building. It's just crazy like that. Okay, in your backpack, so you have your deck with sleeves. Bring also extra pair of sleeves, because sometimes you just shuffle too hard and oh, there's a sleeve ripped. And then you have to re-sleeve every single card, and that is just annoying. Bring extra pair of sleeves, or a spare sleeve of the same color or the same type you are using, because that you'll thank me later. Otherwise, you'll just have to re-sleeve. I had that once at the Nationals, just before the top 8. I just got to re-sleeve my entire deck, and I was like, no. So don't ever do that. What else might I have forgotten? Yeah, bring along your trade binder, of course. You want your trade binder to bring along. I do recommend Ultra Pro binders, as mentioned, just to bring along at the tournament. You can also bring yourself an Elite Trainer box filled with cards, but definitely bring your cards so you can trade with the people right there. Also, after the tournament is done, just lay it down with your binder open on your most important cards that you want to trade, and I'm sure they will come at you like bees with a lot of Pokemon players coming around you, swinging around because they want to trade. Trading, it's a trading card game. Everybody wants to trade and get what they want, so that is definitely great. Get yourself your binder. Don't go overboard and bring all your cards. I also see people doing that. They bring an entire suitcase full of cards, and they hurt their back while just traveling. Don't ever do that. Bring only the most necessary things. What else have I forgotten here? There's a lot of things I put down on the list here. So your fancy trade materials, so that is that's something I already mentioned. Bring along a couple of pair of sleeves. That's also something I mentioned. What else? Bring your dice. Yeah, here we have, I have a little box here where my dice are stacked in. So also bring your GX counter. And the thing you have to know here, if you don't have a GX counter, you can just mark like a little paper of yeah, just pick a little paper, write down GX, and you can also use that if you don't have a GX counter. They come at the Elite Trainer boxes started from the Sun and Moon era. It's definitely not hard to just come across. You can also use dice that come with the Elite Trainer boxes, and also big dice is also very awesome, just so because those dice work as coin flips. Don't go along. I don't see a lot of people playing coin flips at a tournament, but the dice work way better just to determine, because all the even numbers are of course heads, and all the uneven numbers or the odd numbers are of course tails. So bring along your dice, bring along your GX counters. If you want, you can also bring along your special condition markers, burned and poison, if you're playing one of those annoying poison or special condition decks. At the moment they're not hot, but if you are playing it in the future, bring along those. A playmat is not necessary because you will be getting one at the main event, and it's gonna be totally awesome. It's gonna be stamped with a regional, international or national mark on it, so you'll definitely enjoy playing on that new playmat. But if you're one of those guys that wants to promote maybe your channel, maybe your blog or whatever, definitely bring your own special playmat. I also suggest bringing a couple of bottles of water with you, because sometimes it's gonna be so hot playing the entire day, and your throat will be so sore because of, you're gonna say trait, or maybe you're gonna say jet punch or something else, or maybe psychic recharge. Your voice is gonna do a lot of working here, so you need water to just be fresh on the game. And also bring along some snacks, because nothing is more annoying than just having or starving at a tournament, waiting for the tournament to be over so you can go to dinner. Nothing more. Definitely, trust me, get along on one of those sandwiches, bring water. Trust me, it's gonna be awesome, because playing Swiss rounds can be crazy depending on how many people enter the tournament. Sometimes it's gonna be 500, sometimes more. It all depends on your tournament. Also bring some cash. You definitely need cash in order to just buy some cards at or maybe some souvenirs at the shops, because they come with those crazy plushes and all the good stuff you want as a Pokemon fan. Bring some cash, because after the tournament is done, you can also go into town, get yourself a drink, go to a bar, go to dinner, and just use your money just to have a great event. If you don't have the money, just bring along some food from home. You also be enjoying yourself indeed. Alright, have I forgotten something here? Souvenirs, yeah, little shops. There's dinner at the tournament. Definitely go out for dinner. Even if you don't go to day 2, it's gonna be an amazing experience. As mentioned, most of the time it's gonna be a Friday or Saturday that you're playing, and then the day after that is day 2. Most important is sleep. If you don't sleep, you'll be a wreck. You don't make misplays, and you're definitely gonna regret it. So sleep is the most important thing before going to a tournament. Be sure you're fresh so you can demolish opponents with your deck that you know so well. Play test a lot against your friends to know how the matchups turn out. And also, don't ever forget, this game is made to just have fun. Enjoy the experience, go to the tournament, talk with a lot of new friends that you potentially are gonna make. Every opponent of me always is so much fun to play with, because I enjoy the moment so much. So never forget the fun factor of the game. I know there's gonna be a lot of rewards if you go to day 2, and maybe cash rewards, booster boxes, etc. Maybe you're gonna even win a trophy, or you never know. But definitely don't forget that it is all for fun. The community is just so awesome. You'll be having a blast, I assure you that. Also be grateful. It's an honorful. It's just honor the experience. Not a lot of people get the chance to just travel that many miles just to attend a large event. So it's gonna be awesome. And that's it for an episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If I have forgotten something, be sure to let me know in the comment section below. Also let me know what one of these steps, or what have you forgot sometimes at a big tournament. Was it your extra pair of sleeves? Was it booking a day after the tournament so you can just rest up? Was it, what else? What else I haven't even put down? I had a lot of things put down here. Did you forget your dice? Did you forget your trade binder? All of those things, let me know what you have forgotten once at a tournament, or what you think, oh, nice that you think about it. I'll be looking forward to hear from you guys. And that pretty much wraps it up for another episode. I hope you guys enjoyed me making a lot of effort here just to let you guys know what to make, how to prepare for a big Pokemon tournament event. My name was TCG. If you're interested in more Pokemon TCG content, at the end of the video there are gonna be 2 or maybe even 3 videos that you can just click on. Now you can just go to the next video, because if you're still here, that means you're rocking out the channel. Be sure you are subscribed so you don't ever miss a new video posted on the channel. And also hit the little notification bell. I know we YouTubers have to say that time and time again, but it definitely helps you to just be the first to get a notification once a new video is up. I wish you all a very fantastic day. If you're going to a regionals, be sure to say hi to me. I'm gonna be at the Sheffield regionals coming in 2 weeks, so hopefully I'll see a couple of you guys there. And if you're going to another regionals, be sure to have fun, and good luck. That was all for me. Peace out.